Welcome in to another episode here of the Tailgate Show by me, AirJair54. How are you doing today? Post Eberflus firing edition. I've been waiting to do this because there's been a lot that's come out. Relative to him possibly wanting to be, or polls possibly wanting to fire him after the Patriots game, which would have been justified. And then I watched the Lions and Packers, and I was like, yeah, that's the difference. Just watching those two coaches and how they get a certain amount of belief out of their players. You know, Dan Campbell goes for it on 4th and 1 like it's a Madden game. But he has instilled a belief in his players that they're going to get it. Matt Eberflus never did that. He was well within field goal range. Matt Eberflus sits on it every time. Dan Campbell, 4th and 1, he's not satisfied. He wants to get the first down, run the clock out, because he also has awareness about his defense. He knows that they're going to give it up because they're beat up. They're down 13 or 14 players. Matt Eberflus doesn't have that. Never had that self-awareness. He had the arrogance of thinking that his scheme was better and that it didn't matter the player. That's not true. It's 100% not true. Man, what a mess. And then, okay, they go through the firing process after Eberflus gets on the Zoom call heard around the world on social media. It's like, oh, well, there he is. And I don't really give a damn if they made him look stupid, because he's made the organization look stupid too. So I don't really give a shit. I don't mind. I do mind that it gives kind of a black eye to the organization because they didn't handle it right. You know, it's like, how do you not know you're gonna fire him immediately after the Thanksgiving game? I mean, it was just obvious. You have one timeout. You have the power to control that situation a little bit. You call a timeout. You get everybody relaxed and on point. And then get your yardage so maybe you can kick a field goal. No, not Eberflus. He just holds on to the timeout. So that's revisionist history. Everybody knows about that. It's just nuts. I mean, you see so much that the other teams in our division do that we don't. There was no killer instinct under Eberflus. There's not. There's just this passive belief in a system that failed us over and over and over again. It's frustrating. Thomas Brown gets his shot. Good for him. Of course, we're all pulling for him. We wanted to see this team do better. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, is he the answer? I don't know. I really don't know. Should he have the opportunity to show if he's an answer? Yes, absolutely. And should he be considered? Yes, absolutely. But, you know, there's been, I don't know. This is going to come across real random. Sorry, it's just the way my brain's working right now. There's talk about Jim Harbaugh wanting to at least talk to the Bears. It's like bullshit. Kevin Warren wasn't going to allow that. I don't care. Rich people are petty for the most part. They're petty as hell and competitive. Kevin Warren was left with a bad taste in his mouth as a Big Ten commissioner. He was not even going to entertain it, which honestly is a fault of Kevin Warren for not exploring all avenues. But I think that's more, I think you get more of wanting to keep, this is going to sound weird too. I don't care. I think some people in the league want to keep the Bears down. I mean, they don't want them to rise up because it's not advantageous for them. You know, if the Bears get good and the city of Chicago starts rolling and the Bears fan base really starts rolling, they know the animal that it is. So there's no motivation. There's motivation to piss on them while they're down. But anyway, going back to the firing, McCaskey didn't know if he was going to fire him. That's basically what that comes down to. Then you get the most awkward press conference in the world where Kevin Warren's like super dad. That's, you could tell that Ryan Poles was spent. I think that's a good way to put it. Spent, and got kind of his hand slapped and said, "Hey, Junior, have you seen Junior's grades?" Also, Van Halen reference. Enjoy your Van Halen reference for the day. Junior's grades ain't very good. I mean, some of the moves that have been made have not worked out. Ryan Bates continues to be on the injury report. Shoulders, concussions, the whole 9 yards. You gave up a fourth or fifth round pick, fourth or fifth. You gave up draft capital for this guy, and he's not there. I mean, Bears fans should be prepared for self-preservation mode by the players. I am surprised that Keenan Allen was a full participant yesterday, which is, I don't know, man. We'll see how this team responds. I don't know if they can. I don't know if it's enough. You got 5 games left. You could do something with it. At least make it respectable. But I fully don't expect that at all. I fully expect a Bearsing of Bears proportions. I mean, I don't know. Everybody's talking about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson at least has seen the aggressiveness and how it pays off. But it starts with a belief from the players, and I don't know that coaching staff exists inside Halas Hall right now. I just don't. Well, next game's Bears-Niners. Christian McCaffrey goes down. He's done for the year. He might be done for his career, which is sad. Once again, an advantageous moment for the Bears defense. They're down to their third running back. But we've seen this far too often. It doesn't matter who's playing. If you have certain aspects of that team, the other team running, like the line is decent enough, this run defense is going to get destroyed. So there's your fantasy stats. Get ready for a random guy to run for like 100 yards because this rush defense is terrible. Because there's no penetration, there's no tackling whenever guys get in the open field. I don't know, man. Dark days, but we'll see. I mean, there's going to be a lot of coach chatter. There's been talk of Belichick. There's been talk of everybody and anybody who's available. I don't buy much of it. I don't buy that Ben Johnson was even talking to the Bears directly via the Prime Sports or the NFL Prime team of reporters saying that he wants to be lined up with GM and all that. I don't know. I don't buy any of that. It's another thing where I say they're just trying to kind of blow smoke up the Bears' ass, and of course the Bears will take said smoke up ass. So, if you have any thoughts, comment below. Like, subscribe if you dare. It's the hardiest, toughest fan base in the world, and we deal with a lot of shit as Bears fans. And this team looking like from a front office level of a monkey fucking a football every year. If you would have told me at the beginning of this year we would be firing Eberflus, which I thought might have been possible, but all the hype, all the this is the best situation a rookie quarterback's ever come into, this and that. What a crock of shit. Bears do what bears do. They fucking sell you hope and give you a shit sandwich. It's like, oh, that's not hope. That's a turd. So don't believe the hype. Wait till you see it on the field. Then hype them up. This is a top 10 defense. Ho, ho, ho. Fuck, they're going to be lucky to be a top 20 defense. Rushing wise, they are not. They are dead last, in my opinion. They look terrible. I would not throw the football against this defense. I'd run the ball 60 times till they stopped it. So, all right, bear down. Have a great day. We'll be back later on in the week to wrap up what's sure to be a disappointing 49ers game that I'm already pretty much damned to the outcome again. Go Caleb. Keep doing what you're doing, kid. Later.